that often. Well, it's here today. This is the only airing. We all, I think it's like 2,600 of them have already been spoken for. I'm gonna go through the different choices that you have, all the bells and whistles, but this also happens to be the 8th generation. So it is the latest, it is the greatest, it is super, super lightweight, but look at the screen. I love that 10.2 inch Retina display. We talk about the clarity, how beautiful, how crystal clear it is, and actually I believe Bill's gonna tell you more about this. It actually has 1 million pixels more than like a high-def TV. So here's your chance to enjoy it. So you choose, first of all, 32 gig or 128. I will tell you that the 128 is way, way, way more popular. We'll go through all the differences there. The 128, $599. The 32 gig, $499. They both have free shipping and handling. They both have 4 flex pay. But the cool thing about this, if you have the HSN card, this is one of the last days, and I want to talk about this, but you have your 12-month financing on the HSN card. It makes the 32 gig only $41.66 a month interest-free. The 128 is only $49.99 a month interest-free. If you don't have the card, let me encourage you to get it, because here's the thing, this ends tomorrow. You can call the number 1-800-695-1418. You can go to .com. We give you $40 that you could spend on anything, and normally we give you 10. So today is absolutely the day to do it. You're getting a 10-hour battery life. You also have that full 30-day return policy. You go to the Apple Store, you get 14 days. So all of the reasons to shop for it here at HSN. So let me go through the options for you, okay? We have the space gray, the rose gold, and if you can update me, because I think the rose gold and the 128 gig is really, really limited. And the silver. So those are your 3 options there. But I think there's only like a couple of dozen left in the rose gold. In the 128 silver, there's only 100 left. And the 128 gold is 130, so it's a little more than I thought. So those are the 2 most limited. So you pick, first of all, your iPad color, and then after that, you choose your case color. We have the black, we have the rose, and we have the silver. We are going to ship it to you for free, but and we'll talk about all the apps that already come loaded, but it's a lot of features that you're going to get on this one. And this is respectively from Apple, the most affordable here today at HSN with this configuration. And absolutely so incredibly intuitive, so easy, easy, easy to use. We will be joining me now, the fabulous Mr. Bill Duggan. Hi, Bill.
Good afternoon, Bobby. I always love getting to present Apple to everyone at home, because the cool part about seeing it out of the box is seeing how powerful it is and being introduced to this latest generation. So they've had Apple iPads over the years. Apple was the first to start it, and the 8th generation is their latest. So you're investing in that hardware. And what does that mean? You're going to have that camera and that high definition quality for years to come. You're going to have that great front-facing camera for years to come. And being that it's the 8th generation, it's over 10 inches. Not all the iPads in the past were over a 10-inch size screen. But more importantly, it has a new chip on the inside. That was the biggest advancement, because now we're getting into that bionic realm of the A12 chip. So it allows us to process and do things a lot faster. If you are an Apple user, you get it. You know how easy it is, how intuitive it is, and really kind of how powerful it is, yet you're going to upgrade. But if you're new to Apple and you've been putting it off, this is the perfect time to try it, because as you pointed out, you're going to get the exact same Apple experience in the box right as soon as you get this home, except HSN does give you twice as long to move into it and make sure it works for you. Because maybe, you've been in the PC world for years. Maybe your office is still PC. Now you can make sure it does work, because I won't lie, back in the day, Apple and PC did not play well together. They have learned to get along together and actually really make it a synergistic experience. And that's really important when you think about it, because, our music files or video files were different formats. Now they do get along. And what's really cool about this, because I take it with me everywhere, I got to tell you, I get my money's worth out of it. It's not something I just take out, at holiday time or summertime, but all the time. And that's really where it is worth the upgrade to #1 in class. And I heard you earlier when you were on with the Today Special, kind of saying how it was like a crock pot. You could just set it and forget it. Well, do you know someone actually said the invention of the tablet or the iPad was like the invention of the microwave? And then think where we'd be today without the microwave, right?
Right.
And the thing is, Actually, Alice Carone corrected me. She's like, my microwave only does one thing.
Yeah.
Just, folks, this will really do a lot for us. And so we finally have a great screen size. We have the latest operating system, a great battery life. That is that A12 Bionic chip that's on the inside. And remember, this is all the hardware that you're going to have for years. That 8-megapixel rear-facing camera, high-definition video when you want to capture those moments. And those are great because if you are a crafter, you can snap those photos, capture those videos. Finger Touch ID is, if you can't remember all those usernames and passwords, the keyboard and everything, that's because you're shopping at HSN. And as Bobby said, yes, Apple even calls the 8th generation, their brand new iPad, their most economical. Because yeah, there are, the iPad Pros and the iPad Airs, which are more expensive. But also when you buy this at Apple, they're like, yeah, you're saving some money because it's our most economical. But before you leave the store, you're probably gonna wanna pick up a case. You're probably gonna wanna get a stylus. HSN is including all of that for you because you do want to protect that vibrant screen. So yes, this folds up. Truly the biggest decision you have is how much memory you want to get. And I'm going to tell you, check this out. Looks like my laptop, right? My laptop has 128 gigabytes of memory. Now my tablet has that exact same amount of memory. And I'm going to have this not just for one school year or one business cycle. Like I have this 2nd generation iPad since March of 2011. It still works. It's almost 10 years old. 16 gigabytes of memory. And over time, I've had to delete things and remove things, books I hadn't quite finished, but I needed the space. If you can go up to the 128 gigabytes, that's just going to afford you more room to access great memories and have them at your disposal. Because I'm talking about work, I'm talking about being able to FaceTime and Skype and Zoom. But if you're a crafter, do you know this works with your Geminis and it works with your Cricuts and allows you to get creative with photo collages and all that?
Right.
And that's a fun, actually cool story too. Suzanne Runyon, huge crafter in the HSN family. She uses this with all her crafting stuff, but now she's using it to edit and create her video content. And the thing is, did she go out and buy a new iPad? No. She just had a powerful tablet from the beginning, and that's what you're going to get home.
Exactly. And by the way, I was like, where's the keyboard? So we have the keyboard now. So, and you do, you get the complete keyboard. So you're not just getting a Bluetooth keyboard. You get the neoprene sleeve, you get the cleaning cloth. It even comes with stereo, earbuds, you get the tablet stand, the stylus. You're getting all of it, and that's the other incredible thing. So once more, if you want to use the keyboard, there it is. You just slip it right inside of the case. You can use it with it. You can use it without. The bottom line is you're getting a whole configuration. You're getting an opportunity today with not a lot of quantity. And I want to mention, because that 128 gig in particular is where most of us seem to be going, oh, and I bought mine yesterday, Bill, too. I was so excited. So, because I said, my iPad's like 3 years old, so I was waiting and waiting for this. The rose gold, I have I started with 130. In the silver, we have only 100 left. With the okay, you already lost the rose gold case also, but think that's in the 128, so very limited in the 128. We also have the space gray, the 32 gig we have available, but on your VIP card, your HSN card, it's only $49.99, 12-month, no interest for the 128 gig, and for the 32, it's $41. And if you don't have the card, ending tomorrow is this promotion. So honestly, maybe you had hoped to get an iPad, you've wanted to get one like me. I've been waiting for like a good bundle because I know I'm going to want the keypad. I'm going to want everything else. This is the day to do it. Find out more about the card. Let us give you $40, and you could pick up, say, $449 or $559 for the 128. But you're getting everything. And Bill, I know, is going to walk you through all of the bells and whistles. Easier, even more intuitive than it was before. I love the 10-hour battery life. But listen, life is what this is. This is our life. I don't go anywhere without my iPad. I mean, it starts in the morning as I'm checking my email. And then how many of some work are doing the Zoom calls, the Skype calls. You're gonna bring in the kitchen. I'm gonna pull it up, as I love to do that with like tons and tons of recipes. You're homeschooling. The kid, maybe you're homeschooling. The kids need to have their own, so maybe give them your old tablet, right? And pick up the iPad for yourself. So, I love you were showing me yesterday the pinch and zoom and how things that you can do on this iPad that you can't do on a lot of the other ones.
And the thing is, more importantly, it's so approachable because it's not like, what is the code? Am I going to hit a button and it's going to self-implode? It's literally just start getting it home and playing with it. And as you were talking, Bobby, I was over here in a picture collage app. You go to the App Store, you can try different apps.
Nice.
Because, you know, maybe I'm not crafting online, maybe I'm crafting digitally. Maybe I want to change the background over here to match our nice little yellow theme we got going today. Boom, just like that. You can customize this and play in any room in the house or anywhere you go. And actually, I love this. You're my little star. Can you see I was actually able to cut you out into a star footprint? I didn't know how to do that literally 20 minutes ago.
I love it.
While you were selling the lamp, I'm over here playing around. And that's what happens. Because it's with you everywhere, you're on the couch and you're learning. You're on the couch and getting work done or schoolwork done, yet you're not having to worry about, you know, the big issues that always happen with a lot of technology, where it's too intimidating, it's not going to work for me. This truly, we like to say, from 18 months old to 88 years old, you're setting yourself up for success. And I love how you mentioned the keyboard, because yes, this keyboard is completely removable. So if maybe I just wanted to binge watch to my heart's content, because as you said, this screen has 1 million more pixels than a high definition television. So it's gonna be crisper and sharper. But if I do need to get work done, I can pop it in here, and just look how versatile this is. So I've jumped into here, and you know, I need to get some typing done, word processing. Digital keyboard popped up, but I'm having to share the screen, so it's a little cramped. Guess what? I turn on my tactile keyboard, I have more workspace. So I really don't have to share. And actually, I didn't get to show you this yesterday, but if you are a crafter out there, if you are, you know, going to the store and looking for swatches and all that kind of stuff, do you know the camera on here is so vivid, you can actually use it to scan. So I'm actually going to scan the voucher that you're also getting, full year of cooking recipes to full year of Cookbook Premium, and 6 months to Caribu, which is an interactive way to interact with the kids and family and all that, with not just having to make silly faces. But I come over here to my note-taking app where it is, and boom, I'm going to take a picture of this, and before you know it, I have just scanned a document. Nice. So now I can send this off in an email. And again, this is maybe not crafting concept, but maybe it was a picture and you wanted to update it and, you know, make it sharper and brighter. You can do that all on here and then print it out if you'd like, and then add it to your collage or whatever. But you notice I just took and scanned on another device. I'm coming over here and I'm gonna actually paste it to another device. It communicated to each other. And that is where, if you're an Apple user, you get that whole Apple ecosystem, how they work well with each other. But I will tell you, I know Android users out there, and this is where Apple, again, plays well with others. Whether it's photos, you want them to go from one device to another, you can make that happen. Apple is a premium brand. I get it. There are more affordable, no-name tablets out there. However, when we're talking about having this mine for a decade, when we're talking about having great customer support and a very user-friendly footprint and platform, that's where it is going to be successful for you. Because I use this completely differently. When I first got a tablet, it was for Facebook shopping and Netflix. Now we're, you know, Apple TV, we're getting online, we're working. And that's where it's really great, because the kids are home and maybe hogging the television. I can now binge watch on my tablet, or maybe they need to be on a tablet for school. I can be on my computer or my new tablet to actually get school done, and, you know, FaceTime and Zoom and all that, because you have the hardware that you're going to have for years. Because remember, this is the latest iPad that's out there. And they say it's the standard iPad because there are two other footprints. There's the Pro and the Air, but those are also more expensive. Even with this latest generation, you get that new Bionic chip, so you're really not sacrificing. You're just being a smart shopper.
Well, right, because you're not sacrificing any of the features, right? Or anything it will do, any of the bells and whistles. So keep that in mind. You absolutely, even Apple will tell you that this is this newest 8th generation, one of the most affordable, made even more affordable here at HSN. Thank you. A lot of people are shopping with us in this hour, and all you have to do is choose 32 gig or 128 gig. The 128 way out in the lead. We have it in the space gray, we have it in the beautiful rose gold, and we have it in the silver. So, we have an update. Okay, in the silver, in the 128, holy cow, I had the last 80 available. That's it. And we just lost the silver case in the silver. So we have the rose gold or the black case for that. But the most important, obviously, is choosing your iPad. So only 80 left in the silver. We have about 100 left in the rose gold, and then a few more in the space gray. So it's not like we have thousands of these to go around. So, and we said this is the only airing of it today. Affordable, obviously, your 4 Flex on everything. I love that we're shipping it to you for free. You get it home. You know, I almost hate to talk about the return policy policy in a million years. I know you're gonna love it. I know it's gonna become, right, like your other appendage. But we do give 30 days, Bill, right? So if you go to the Apple store and buy, you're looking at 14 days. So that's something else. And then the VIP financing on your HSN card, huge. $41.66 for the 32 gig without interest, only $49.99 for the 128 without any interest at all. So the savings is here. This is our only airing, and the only airing because, again, we have such a limited quantity, just about sold out of the 128 gig in the silver. But the other thing that it has, Bill, it has so many apps that are already loaded. And what I always like to say about those apps, they're not apps that like you're never going to use, but they're great apps, right? You got your calendar, right? Everything that you're going to use pretty much on a daily basis.
They all come preloaded, so right out of the box, you're set up and good to go. And yes, it's everything from maps to calendars to your email, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. And the cool thing about this, like if I come back to my main screen, I've added so many more apps. You can add more apps, whether it's crafting, home security, travel. I mean, that's really where it does become so personalized to how you are going to use it. But the key word is that we're going to use it. And when you jump into that Apple App Store, realize there are millions of apps over here. But the cool part about all these apps, they're specifically designed to Apple, and the Apple standard is the strictest out there. It is harder to get into the Apple App Store than anyone else. And the thing is, why? They have to be very user-friendly for you and me, the at-home user, but more importantly, they have to be more secure. So you're less likely to get the viruses and the malware and all the stuff that runs in the background. Because, you know, I downloaded stuff to keep the kids occupied over the holidays. I downloaded stuff because I want to try a new crafting app or adult coloring book. And you know what? Liked it, didn't like it, delete it, remove it. But I'm not going to get all the little extra stuff that slows down the engine over time. That's really where it keeps up and really keeps performing. And I can show you over here. I mean, this is how that A12 chip, you'll notice a difference right away. So I just jump onto YouTube, and how often does this happen where we all watch stuff on YouTube and we just love to enjoy it? Boom. Please notice how quickly it's pulling this up. I'm not on corporate Wi-Fi. I'm on basic at-home Wi-Fi, you know. I was able to find it and able to go big because it's that nice, beautiful retina display. But even while I'm enjoying something, like maybe I'm watching you on HSN, Bobby, but then all of a sudden I want to shop. How often have we done this? Like, oh, I'm watching TV. Let me get out my laptop. Let me get on my phone and shop at the same time. Or you can actually take this nice large screen, swipe up from the bottom, and what's it going to allow me to do? It's going to allow me to actually multitask. So see those little windows popped up at the bottom?
Cool.
I can bring over. And this is, again, no worrying about what's the control. Did I do it right? It's drag and drop.
I love
Very
it.
intuitive for all users. And that's where you're going to love it too.
Oh my gosh, it's so easy.
Boom.
And I know.
And the thing is, that's where it's just fun.
Yeah.
Right?
And when you're loading even more apps, you're never slowing it down, right, Bill?
No, you're not. But for the memory, it does come in handy because if you are, it can take up some memory space, and sometimes you have to delete stuff. But when you have 128 gigabytes of memory, that's a lot, and that's really where, you know, it's apps, but it's music, it's videos, it's stuff from years past. So I was actually over here, you know, I was playing around. There's us doing our Charleston. Love that. And the thing is, this was a video of Bobby and I. And the thing is, I did not know how to make a GIF, but then all of a sudden I looked it up and I found the app and all that kind of stuff. But I remember I was making that collage. So I just made that collage, and now I made our Valentine. And I don't know how to do that cutting out into a heart-shaped footprint, but guess what? The app knew how to do that. So if I post this on social media or if I print it out, that's where it stands out and can be creative. But we're talking about memory. And so, Bobby, I'm jumping into here because I was going to our file of photos. So here's a picture of us. Here's a picture of you with that original iPad. You can tell everyone it's the original.
Oh
my
really gosh,
bezel.
that's so funny.
This picture's from 2013. And the thing is, I have a 7-year-old photo, actually 8-year-old photo, and I was able to find it. Because that's where it's accessible. Because I'm carrying around 8 years of photos on my device. Moving into an iPad has been made very simple and easy because they make it very intuitive. Starting to enjoy it is great. And the thing is, we're all going to use it differently. I can set this up with Siri, where I can just speak to her, and she'll place a FaceTime call. She'll, you know, set the timer, or, you know, even if I have a smart home. This device does do a lot. You just realize you're getting it at the right time, because as Bobby said at the very beginning, we haven't had an iPad on in about a month. So we don't have them on all the time. The cool part about getting it at HSN, this is brand new, right out of the box, just like you would find at Apple.
Right.
But Apple does only give you 14 days. And, you know, we got a lot between now and then. You make sure it does work with your Excel stuff and your word processing stuff. Because if it doesn't work for you, it's not worth it. But I'm going to tell you, Apple does work for a variety of our user needs because it is very user-friendly. It has the power. And when you do get it home and all of a sudden you're like, I want to use it more and I'm going to use it more and I'm going to use it more, it's not a waste of money because it's a paperweight. It's really just a valuable device that you're going to go to all the time.
100% right. There's no doubt about it. And another update in the silver of the 128. I have 5 dozen. 5 dozen left in the 128 for the silver. And I think, well, I'm not even sure, about 100 maybe in the rose, and then the rest obviously in your space gray. But this is the only airing today. We are going to ship it to you for free. You always have 30 days. You have that extended, you have the extension on your VIP financing on your HSN card, 12 months financing. No interest at all. All you do is you pick your iPad, you pick 32 gig or 128 gig, and then you pick the case. That is how simple, but you're getting everything, including the keyboard. So don't forget that you're getting the wireless keyboard to go right along with that, and then the earbuds and that neoprene sleeve. I love the neoprene sleeve also for traveling. That comes with it. But the fact that you're getting an Apple iPad, and Bill, again, in the last minute we have here, this is the latest, the newest, the latest, and the greatest, right?
Correct. It is the